Faith Walk today. Today we are going to do the WTB Wrestling the Bible. This is one of the things I've been thinking about a while. So today on what Wrestling the Bible, we're going to take a look at something called apologetics. And I initially found out about the apologetics through several pastors or preachers in the United States. And so as a result of listening to them and hearing what they had to say about it, it piqued my interest. So I decided to investigate it in some detail. And it's pretty fascinating. So the things that they talked about are things that came up even in my own family and also in my circle of friends. So the same arguments that they presented and answered were the same arguments that I got from my friends and family. So these are the ones that were covered by the American believers, the people that I was watching. And I came to realize the importance of understanding the Bible, what it means to me, what it means to other Christians, and then why other people turn on Christians or turn against Christians at times for the purpose of killing believers, assaulting them, and harming them in some fashion. And then why they also turn against the Bible, trying to destroy its integrity and its purity and its purpose in society and with people and people's lives. So we'll cover a lot of these things as we go on, but today what we're going to do first, well, before we begin, look, I don't pretend to be a Bible scholar. I'm not a theologian. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I haven't gone to Bible school. I'm just a guy who enjoys reading the Bible. I enjoy creating material for the Lord and under his direction. And I was asked to share the gospel truth. And that is the thing. And because that is what is said in the Bible, as we do as believers, we share the gospel. And part of the Great Commission, Jesus said to his apostles, you got to go out and preach to all the world. You got to heal the sick and cleanse lepers and all those things that were said in the Bible. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So look, apologetics. The first time I heard that word, I said, well, what is this apologetics thing? People, when I first heard it, people gave me the wrong definition. So when I looked for it, I thought it had to do with apologizing for the Bible to people who didn't like the Bible or whatever it may be. So I thought there was an apology needed for whatever reason, but I was wrong. So the apologetics is from the Greek language, and it actually means speaking in defense of, or it could be also known as a vindication. So the idea with this being we're speaking in defense of the Bible. All right. So the apologetics by definition is a branch of Christian theology that defends Christianity against objections or persecutions. So how does this apply to us here today, you, me, and everybody? Well, with these apologetics, what we want to be able to do is answer the questions from the skeptics, because there's going to be skeptics no matter what you do. People are going to love you and people are going to hate what you're doing. So it doesn't really matter. But the idea is there will be skeptics, and how are we going to answer those questions? We also, one of the things that I felt was super important was giving Christians the responsibility, the ability to respond to the challenges when people challenge what it is you're reading in the Bible, or Christian viewpoints and whatnot, or Christian beliefs. There will be people that also want to challenge those. So how, as a Christian, are we going to have that response ability? Okay, this is really, really key. So why is it important to have this? So in conversations, will come up where biblical objections may arise, or from people's or biblical skeptics, actually, who they pop up out of nowhere at a party or at a park or whatever it may be, and they have their own analysis and they have their own breakdown and challenges to what they think the Bible is and what the Bible is all about to them. Okay, even this is actually true in my family, that one was challenging the Bible even though they had never read a page in the Bible. They were challenging the Bible. So number two is it will be important for, as I said before, the Christian believers to be educated in speaking in defense of the Bible. And this is very true as well, because as times go on, there'll be more and more challenges. And I'll describe what was going on later in this video a little later on. I'll describe to you what's happening with that. So we've got those two, plus we want to teach and we want to learn about the Bible. We also want to dispel myths and untruths and rumors about the Bible. And then the last thing we want to be able to do by this section is show the validity, the accuracy of the Bible historically, archaeologically, and geographically. And those things are important. Look, that's a lot of stuff. We're not cover all that in today's. We're going to do an introduction today, and then we're going to break down all of those other pieces. So here are some of the questions that I've heard and come across, and some that I thought of myself, of what will be addressed. These are the questions that we'll address in this apologetics session, the apologetic sessions, I should say. So the first one is the Bible. Why would I trust it? Some people say because they don't trust it because it's full of errors, and man, through his translations, has diluted its meaning or diluted the words through it over the centuries. Number two, well, people feel that it's not historically accurate, so how could it be credible? And number three, why would people listen to this as if the Bible is just a collection of made up stories that are kind of cobbled together to give people hope or a reason to live? All right, so we're going to take all those and more, because this is just a small sampling of some of the skeptics' concerns or questions that we will be covering. But before we get to that, we have to be covering or taking a look at how the Bible was made, who wrote it, what it means, and more. We can do all these things. So we do the Wrestling the Bible section of the My Faith Walk today. We're going to be doing that. So stay well, stay tuned, and be blessed. So we'll talk to you in a little while about the rest of these things. The next one we're going to do is start answering the skeptics and wrestling the Bible.